Hey everybody, the final teaser for the Fluid update just dropped. And boy oh boy, Coffee Stain got good at teasing. So there's some really interesting stuff in that. So the first thing some noticed are the blue glow at the bottom. I'm not sure if that is anything. That might be just the lighting. The lower floor, one wall is missing, so it might be that there's just light shining in that and that gives that this blue glow. So I'm not sure there, but I think it's nothing. The first real thing is, I think, the ladders. Obviously, we're finally getting ladders to go up. I used the stacker conveyor poles to do stuff like that, but just having real ladders without all the extra is just awesome. I love it. So, yeah, nice to have that. Then we have the pipes going up. Nothing special there. Some people might notice that there's no power line going over from one wall to the other. That is, right behind the pipes, there are additional power outlets on the wall, and those feed the pumps. So, again, no wireless power or something, just well done placed wall outlets. But yeah, we're starting with the normal pipes and normal pumps. And as we go up, we see the pumps change. And with the different model of pump, the interval between the pumps change. So the normal pumps have been 5 walls apart. Those are the 20 meters the normal pumps can do. By the way, normally we say just do 4 walls because it's getting kind of iffy if you do exactly the 20 meter apart. So seeing them exactly 20 meter apart might be a hint that they optimized that and that you can place them now 20 meter apart without any side effects. So that's an interesting thing. And then with the new pump model, the interval between the pumps changes from 5 volts to 10 volts. So that means we have, with the newer pumps, a 40 meter head lift, which is pretty nice. Saves some, I don't know, resources. We will need to see what the new pumps cost and how much energy the new pumps need to see if they are a benefit of that. I would guess they are around 15 watts instead of 10. Sorry, 15 megawatts instead of 10. So there might be a benefit, but we will see. And by the way, if we go up a little bit higher, we see a new model on the pipes. So that probably means we get Mark II pipes. So yeah, finally, that's something we have asked for a long time. Finally, we get better pipes. I would guess probably 600 cubic meters, but we will see. Maybe it's even more. Maybe it's even 900. By the way, there's a simple reason why I didn't call the new pump model the Mark II pump. Because I actually think it is going to be Mark III pump. And the pump we already have in game is going to be the Mark II pump. Because if we look at right the end of the trailer, where it's beginning to get dark, we have a new model on a pipe. And it looks like a valve or something very small. It seems to be unpowered, as far as I can see. Which is interesting. But again, it might be that it's just good wall outlet placement and it is powered from the backside. But we don't have an indicator or anything. So I think there's a high possibility that that one is going to be unpowered. And when I checked the distance between the pumps, the pump before that and the pump behind that is around 12 volts apart. So that would be 48 meter instead of 40. And I think the reason for that is because this new model, this new thing, is actually a Mark I pump, which gives you a head lift of 8 or probably even 10 meters. So that's a nice and interesting thing. We'll see how they're balancing it, if it's really unpowered. that you don't can just spam those and have a basic cheaper version or more power efficient version of the Mark II and Mark III pumps. We will see. That's all the changes I have seen in the trailer, but that's not all to talk about. So the last thing we need to talk about is what Ada is saying while the video is playing. And it seems to be a poem. And there are a few things which are interesting. I have written the text in the description so you can read with me. But yeah, it's talking about smelting something into you. A very interesting thing is the last line where it says, "I'm still in a dream, S.A.M eater." Might be many things, but S.A.M or S.A.M eater? So maybe, just maybe, do we actually get to do something with S.A.M or finally? I mean, if we look at the teaser 2 again, the building in the back, I didn't notice it in my last video because, well, I didn't see it, but there's a building in the back right here. It actually is right around where S.A.M ore node is, I think at least. So maybe we really get finally to see some uses for S.A.M ore. I have no clue what it can be. So talking about what it can be is kinda moot here because, well, we don't really have a starting point, so I'm not going to get into that. But it would be cool to have a use for S.A.M or whatever it is. So if you have any more questions or want to say anything, of course you can leave me a comment down below. Or you can also visit me on any of my streams. I stream Saturdays on YouTube and Sundays on Twitch. So just come in there and ask the questions. This Sundays is something special. We are going to do the third part of our live build competition, which is going to be awesome for sure. The last one have been really fun. We're going to start at 3 PM UTC. Make sure to check that out. And lastly, of course, thank you to all my supporters, especially those on Patreon. I love you so much. It really helps the channel to grow and helps me out a lot. So thank you from all of my heart. And with that, bye bye and have fun gaming.